Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Tank, and today we're talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano. I'll be letting you guys know my thoughts about where we currently are in the market, as well as where we might be heading in the near future. Now, to kick things off, we're going to start off on Bitcoin's 4-hour time frame, and as you guys can see, Bitcoin is currently trading for $33,841. That's not too bad when you consider that just on July 8th, we saw a low of about $32,084. To where we are now, we climbed up out of that hole about 5.37% to the upside, or $1,723. Not too bad considering that it is Saturday. We did just see some sell pressure come in over the past 2 days. So to rally back up to where we are now is really, really strong looking for the Bitcoin charts. Guys, what that also allowed us to do by rallying back up to where we are now was keep the overall trend of making higher lows intact, guys. Let me show you guys what I mean here. We are in a wedge pattern on the Bitcoin 4-hour chart, but let me show you first off what I was talking about with that overall trend of making higher lows illustrated with these yellow lines. Over the past 2 weeks, guys, Bitcoin has been consistently making higher lows on its charts. And when we rallied, technically, yes, we did break that trend, but we rallied quickly back up to over our previous higher lows, keeping the overall trend of making higher lows still intact on the Bitcoin chart. So there's that, guys. There's that to keep in mind. We are still in technically a trend to the upside. And also, when you look at this wedge pattern, another thing to keep in mind is usually the rule of thumb for patterns are the way you enter a pattern is typically the way you exit a pattern. We did technically enter the pattern to the upside, so technically we should be exiting the pattern to the upside if that rule applies, right? Now, we are being manipulated, and yes, the possibility of us being pushed back down is very, very strong. Obviously, we've been seeing it happen quite often. But honestly, if you want my opinion about what I'm seeing on the charts, is I'm seeing this sell pressure weakening and becoming more exhausted every single time it comes in on the charts. They're not lasting as long. They're not as strong as before. Eventually, I think they just give up with this sell pressure, except that the range that we've been holding up for the past month or so of 32,000 to 35,000 for the Bitcoin price being the floor of this mini bear market, this manipulated mini bear market. And eventually the powers that be that are holding the price down will just say, you know what, let the dog run, let it have its time in the sun, let it get back into profits so they can realize profits. You guys gotta think, the reason why they're manipulating the price down or holding the price down is so that they can get into better positions, so that eventually when the price does go up, they can sell in bigger profits. So things honestly to me look good for the short term on the Bitcoin chart. I think July still is going to be a very explosive and good month in the crypto space. I think once Grayscale unlocks its holdings for its clients, I think a lot of those clients are going to actually rebuy more Bitcoin, because currently, if you don't know, a lot of people, okay, let me take a step back. A lot of people think that when Grayscale unlocks their holdings, that a lot of those people are going to sell their Bitcoin. If you don't know, a lot of those people bought their shares at a price to where they're not actually in profits. They're actually at a loss right now. So if they sold, they would actually be taking a hit. It makes no sense for them to actually sell. It makes more sense for them to rebuy so the price goes up. Again, if you're gonna, why would you sell at a loss when you could just hold on for a little bit longer when the price goes back up and then be in profits? That's ultimately what I think is going to be happening when Grayscale unlocks their holdings for their clients. Now, only time will tell. We can only see what happens. So we got to sit back, enjoy the ride, and see what happens, guys, like I said. Anyways, for the short term, let me just quickly draw this out, guys. I think what happens short term is we kind of just range going sideways, ping-ponging up and down. And eventually about mid part of this month, which is about the 15th, we kind of start making a push to the upside, eventually breaking out of this wedge pattern. And that's my prediction. I'm sticking with it. Moving on over to ETH. ETH was really, really easy, guys. I made this illustration showing somebody else in another Discord group that overall we are still in an uptrend. I know a lot of people run around saying that sky is falling whenever we see some sell pressure come in. But honestly, guys, again, if you follow these yellow lines and what I charted out here, I can easily show you guys that overall we are still in an uptrend for the Ethereum price. Yes, sell pressure came in. Great. It happens all the time. With every pump, there's a dump, right? I keep telling you guys that. But overall, if you follow what I'm saying, right here around June 26th, we were at $1,719. Right here around July 1st, we were at 2013. Recently on the 8th, we were at 2049, and we are currently just above 21.15 now at the time of this video. So again, guys, obviously we're still in an uptrend. We're still making lower highs. Don't go running around acting like the world is falling apart when it's really not, guys. If you look at the big picture, we are still in an uptrend. So there's that to keep in mind, guys. I think, again, what's going to happen is about midway through this month, we're going to see higher prices for Bitcoin, for Ethereum, for ADA. And the reason, especially for Ethereum and ADA, is because development is happening that's really, really big for both of those projects. ETH 2.0 is going to get rolled out here shortly. And when that does, the price is going to skyrocket, guys. I'm in that camp. Nobody can tell me any differently. When scarcity gets pushed onto any item, when it becomes more scarce, that item's value increases. And that's what's happening with ETH 2.0. Again, a lot of developers are already working on Ethereum. There's just so much bullish things about Ethereum. People are making really big, major projects on Ethereum's platform. If you guys don't know, there's a country making their CBDC or their digital currency on the Ethereum network. Moving on over to ADA. ADA was really, really simple, guys. ADA is much like ETH is as far as like being in a good position. They have smart contracts rolling out very, very shortly on their time frame. So when that gets unleashed, guys, a lot of people are going to be rolling in on that space, developing on the smart contract platform. And once that happens, guys, we're going to see a major price increase for ADA. To be honest with you guys, I left up this trend line, which I recently had up. Yes, it did break over the 7th, or actually over the past few days, but I left it up because I do think that it's still in play. I think if I was just to take this trend line and push it out even further, I know that's not my trend line. If I was to take this trend line and push it out even further, I think it still holds up. I think the price rallies up here shortly. Again, like I said, about mid part of this month. We are just going to bust straight through this trend line, use it as support again, maybe just skip straight through it. But for curiosity's sake, I'm going to leave up there to see how it holds up. We might go sideways for a little bit longer, but eventually it will get thrown back into play. So I'm going to leave it up there for reference. Anyway, that's what I see going on for the charts, guys. Big things happening for Bitcoin, big things happening for Ethereum, big things happening for ADA shortly. All you have to do is be patient. It's my son's 7th birthday. I got to get off. Sorry for the short stream. Sorry for me talking fast, but I was trying to get done so I can go enjoy my day with him. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Remember, be safe, stay in profits, don't overextend, practice proper risk management, and God bless. Peace.